Got to speak about the Chelsea.
Thoughts. Thoughts.
I know that in a minute.
Thoughts.
On what?
Wait,
in
hold on.
particular?
What's your... Yo, listen. You and Alex Goldberg came up on here, right? As a 1-2 punch. They look like Men in Black, innit? They look like Men in
That's
Black.
funny. That's funny.
That's a good one. That's a
That's
good one.
funny.
They came up in here
That's funny.
and we're talking about, you know, this is the year that you lot, your title challenge. Do you have a bit of second reservation? Do you have reservations on that when you look at the strength of like Arsenal and also how you start the season? Because I'll be honest, I put you guys as a shock. You know they always say give one shock.
Yeah.
I put you as a shock second place potentially.
Nah.
And then I said,
soon.
yeah, I hear that. Now I wish I didn't say that,
Yeah.
but. I looked at it and I looked at your first games. And the reason why I said it is I said your first 5 games in London, don't travel too far until Man United.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to start the season on fire, especially the way pre-season went, especially the way João Pedro was playing, especially the way Club World Cup was playing. And you guys have went 2-2 in the 4 games. I can't believe it, bro. I was like, and the way you're playing, I'm like, it's just not, it looks like a team that, okay, you'll compete for the top 4.
Yeah.
You'll be in the top 4 type thing. But it doesn't look like a team that I thought will take that big stride that I thought you'll take this season. At the moment, what do you think?
That's the thing. At the moment, it looks like a very lackluster team. It's not. After Club World Cup, there's like excitement. There's like, oh my gosh. Like if you think about it, that's the pinnacle and you think that is what, if I could replicate that across the whole season, we're eating. It doesn't look like the team has the energy or aboutness to do that currently.
Yeah.
But you're saying it's 2 wins, 2 draws. Not lost.
Okay.
In the game against Fulham, okay, you get a bit of luck. You score your 2 goals, cool. The West Ham, don't really count that one. West Ham are pants, cool. Then you've got the Brentford game.
Yeah.
For me, rotated the side. Okay, you're going to Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
Is
cool.
that why
It's the
he
first
did it?
one.
But why is he doing that though?
Well,
you guys already prioritizing the Champions League. What?
So this is well,
first game as
but this is what I've come to discuss. This is a manager that's not gone to the Champions League before. Do you get what I'm coming from? So you're talking about a young manager in experience towards that, but also we're talking about teams having depth. Already, from what I saw, I don't think he can probably trust the depth at hand, because if that's what's happened against Brentford and long throws are rattling us, we might have a long season because some of those guys will probably need in big games. That's a bit worrying. I understand why he did it. I would have preferred if he had done it so soon because it's early in the season, but that's here or there.
Really and truly, he didn't really rotate too. It's Buonanotte and Hato are the only 2 real changes.
No, Palmer wasn't in the starting lineup. The
Palmer-
winger
Palmer was out
situation.
injured the game before as well.
But
so.
but again, if that's like your kingpin, the second he comes on, we look like we're scoring goals again.
Kukurea,
Kukurea, Reece James, Palmer, basically.
Palmer.
So like, what? 3 of your core are not there. Do you get what I'm coming from? So
Cole, if you want to include him as well.
well, he's out for the whole season, isn't it? So I understand that, but the main thing is we're not looking as exciting as we did at the end of the Club World Cup. And my worry is, it's great that we're not losing, but these are the games you look back at the end of the season, gone that draw there, draw there. It all adds up. If you manage to get 2 more points, you're a bit closer to where you want to be, and we have to change that.
And the win against Fulham was a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit fugazi. Yeah, but
What do you think about your attack though?
Yeah.
What do you think about your attack? Obviously, Delap is out.
Yeah.
You know, you got João Pedro. I think we all think he's a good player.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Pedro Neto, Jamie Gittins, and obviously Garnacho? As I said, he's going to be decent at Chelsea. I feel, okay, he was at fault maybe for the goal at the end.
It should have been offside as well, to be fair.
His impact.
You know, I love no United fan missed that, by the way.
What?
When they saw that goal go in,
Yeah.
whose man was that?
Yeah.
We seen that one before.
Yeah.
You know
Do you know what I mean? But you know, it is right. So, like, I thought he came on and made impact, but
yeah.
are you going to get enough out of Jamie Gittins and Pedro Neto?
I worry because
and Esteval.
well,
Steve.
Esteval is that young spark. You see when he plays already that there's something there. But similar to the conversation we spoke about Nani earlier, wide players, I get that, you know, you need to be attacking and go at your man, but we need goal contribution. In order to eat in the Premier League, the great Premier League, we need goal contribution. João Pedro's come in, and each game, I'm leaving with something.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer for 2 seasons has shown me, whether he's, okay, we had that long spell where we weren't leaving with anything, but we're leaving with goals and assists. At the moment, I'm seeing flashes of play, but I'm not seeing anything that's going to convert into a game where, for a 5-game run, you might get 4 assists, and that's what's worrying. You need, if you want to be at the top end of the Premier League, you need players that give you vitality in that sense. And listen, not to compare any way, shape or form, but look at Newcastle last season, right? Look at the options they had. You might not rate Jacob Murphy, but you know what he was doing? He was leaving with assist. Whether he's the best player or the worst player, he was leaving with a goal contribution. And the thing is, that is the difference.
Neto can't guarantee that for sure.
Bro,
Gittins, I'll allow a minute.
I've
Like,
always
not looking
said
good, but
Neto is a false image, bro. From when he was at Wolves and everybody used to link him to every top team, I said, bro, he looks good at these lower league sides and looks great because aesthetically on the ball, he's choppy, he's quick, but he's not actually consistent. His injury record is horrendous. And when you lot were getting rid of Madueke this summer, I was like, okay, I kind of get it because maybe you want to upgrade on it, but you didn't upgrade on it by bringing Garnacho in. I just feel like those are two wingers who are kind of at the same level. So, your wing area for me is the weakest in your squad. And of all the top 6 teams, I would probably say it's probably the weakest as well in terms of depth-wise as well.
This is where I would have
we ain't
rebuttal.
got much depth on the wings.
This is where I would have rebuttal.
I'd rather have Cunha and Wembo on wings.
As jammy as Garnacho is, and United fans will probably admit this as well, the way he plays, the erratic nature of it, you will get a goal and assist out of somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from? With Neto for me is an example of a profile not meeting the actualization of what that profile should do. You think about it, short burst of pace, down the line, get a ball in. He doesn't do it.
Yeah.
He does not do it.
He tries to put this little right foot cross into the box. He does the step over, kicks it out, tries to do the right foot cross into the box.
But I think it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm coming from?
I personally think Chelsea's best team is when they have a midfielder next to Caicedo, right? And they put Enzo in the Kevin Nolan role, and then they've got Cole Palmer on the right hand side, and then they got a winger and a striker. I think that's the best version of Chelsea, because when Enzo's in the Kevin Nolan role, he scores. He actually scores.
That is
you know
an
what I
issue,
mean?
though.
But I don't like him next to
The fact
Caicedo
that
in the
you just
two.
said though, any winger on there, I think that's been the issue for the.
I would put Garnacho.
For 3 seasons now, they've tried Mudryk, they've tried Sterling, they've tried Sancho, they've tried Noni, they've tried everybody, and I'm like, you lot aren't signing A-grade wingers. You're almost signing a lot of these young players that you need to develop. Estevao, you got to develop. Garnacho still needs development.
We're waiting for someone to click rather than getting someone to fill the position. And if based on where Chelsea want to be, we can't. I don't know if we've got time for people to make the grade. Do you get what I'm coming from? Like, we've been through this making the grade thing already.
Because what will happen is,
because to give you an example, Cole coming back and whatnot had to make the grade, but that was a different time then. Do you get what I'm coming from? We shouldn't be spending so much money, and it's like, which one of these lottery picks is going to be the one that finally knows the position? No, if you're being bought for a surplus of 50 million, you better come in and deliver.
Facts. And I think where you had them this season, I think some people would have had them there as well because of the cup wins, where you're thinking, you know what? They're building something in the cup. They've got a couple of youngsters, if they can all blossom at the same time. But that blossoming potential is dependent on the manager.
I did say that, I did say it's a lot reliant on Maresca having to massive coaching
get it out of them. And I don't know, look, I think it's a big gamble. I think this summer, had you gone for a few more ready-made stars, like maybe a João Pedro, even João Pedro, you're banking on him to step up from Brighton.
Step up,
and he's stepped up.
Take he has to take it to the next
mantle.
level.
The issue with all of this though is, you mentioned João Pedro, you mentioned Cole Palmer. They were exactly the same. There was no guarantee that if you put those two in a top 6 side, they were going to explode.
But you're not going to get that out of 10 signings in the summer. You might get that with 1 or 2 players who break out like that. But if you sign 8 players all in the same age range and category, and you're thinking, they're all gonna come out and we're gonna have this FM super team, bro.
But that's the downside of the lottery system, where this person that you bought, they may not develop for 5 years, and you don't have that. We don't have that time. You've got
defensively as well. Like, you look at the goal you conceded against Fulham, but I think it got disallowed in the end anyway. Or whatever. Yeah, and you look at the goal Sharda scored with Sharda. I mean, isolated, tossing in a 1v1, and then it's just too easy to cut in and a goal, you know what I mean? And then you think about it, if that's Van Dijk, Konate, Saliba, Gabriel, I don't think they're scoring, you know what I mean? Whether I'm isolated or not. And I think you saw tossing in them situations twice, boom, goal. So that's definitely that's probably a cause for concern as well, a little bit defensively. So in the end, maybe Chelsea will just do what they did last season. But you would hope you play better. You would hope you're a bit more excitable. But in terms of last season, where did you finish? 4th.
But also, what I'd say as well, it's
I think, City, I don't know what they're going to do. So I think City, you guys should really be looking at top 3.
For me as well, what I would also say as well is, like I said, there's not been a loss yet. The Champions League is coming. And ultimately, like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, this team finished the season when? Like, it's going to take some time for the ball to really be rolling. My whole thing is, don't use that as an excuse.
It's good for Palmer to be back, though.
Yeah, but don't use that whole the delayed preseason as an excuse to just not be good.
Yeah,
get better ASAP. But as time is permitting, Ferd Kadani, the 3-point collector in the building, please speak to me about Xavi Simons.